forgiveness is powerful. It has the ability to mend wounds and rebuild lost trust. But let's be honest, some actions cross a line so deep that no apology can mend them. These aren't just simple mistakes or misunderstandings, they are deep betrayals that leave lasting scars, wounds no apology can heal. Picture a partner who has broken your trust so badly that you start doubting who they really are. Would you ever let them back into your life? Before you decide, think about this. Sometimes, walking away isn't about resentment or payback, it's about safeguarding your peace, your values, and your future. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 actions so harmful that giving a second chance might cost you more than you ever expected. These aren't just relationship deal breakers, they're lessons in self-respect and the boundaries we must uphold. Stay with me, because the last one might completely change how you see forgiveness. Ready? Let's dive in, and hey, if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It might just be what someone else needs to hear today. Repeated lying. Trust is the cornerstone of every relationship, a delicate yet powerful bond that holds two people together, fostering security and mutual respect. But when honesty is replaced by repeated lies, that thread begins to unravel. What was once a bond built on openness and truth transforms into a web of doubt, confusion, and insecurity. Imagine building a house, brick by brick, where each brick represents a shared truth. That a strong house can only stand if every brick remains solid and unbroken. But each lie acts as a cracked brick, weakening the structure and creating gaps. Over time, the entire house crumbles under its own instability. That's exactly how it feels when you realize your partner has been dishonest time and time again. I remember my friend Emma telling me about her husband. At first, it was just little lies, excuses about a text message or why he got home late. But as time went on, the lies became more elaborate and Emma found herself questioning everything he said. One day, during an innocent conversation with his friends, she stumbled upon the truth, and the pain hit her like a wave, not just from the lie itself, but from realizing that her trust had been shattered. Stoic philosophy teaches us that honesty isn't just a moral duty, it's a safeguard for our relationships. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed that nothing is more painful than a lie from someone you trust. When faced with repeated dishonesty, it's not just trust that crumbles, it's the very foundation of the relationship. Apologies alone can't fix the damage, because every lie weakens the bond even more. While forgiveness may offer temporary relief, ongoing dishonesty causes lasting damage not only to the betrayed person, but also to the relationship's potential for growth and authenticity. Stoicism teaches us that walking away from those who repeatedly disregard the truth is sometimes the only way to protect ourselves from a future filled with uncertainty. You deserve a relationship built on honesty, not deception. Don't hesitate to question or re-evaluate connections that force you into constant doubt, because only on a foundation of honesty can love truly thrive and endure. Physical or emotional abuse. Relationships should be a place of safety, love, and mutual respect, a foundation where two people grow and support each other. But when abuse, whether physical or emotional, takes hold, that foundation begins to fall apart. Abuse isn't just a red flag, it's a clear line that should never be crossed. It's not something to negotiate, it's a sign to take action, protect yourself, and walk away. Imagine a thriving garden, full of color and life. Abuse is like poison seeping into the soil, slowly suffocating everything that once flourished. The roots of trust and connection begin to wither, and no matter how well tended the surface may appear, the poison beneath will continue to spread unless completely eradicated. Physical abuse is the most visible form of this poison. It's not just an act of violence, it's a betrayal of one's safety and dignity. Take Lisa for example, a woman who once believed in the unwavering love between her and her partner. One day, in a fit of anger, he hit her. The bruise on her arm wasn't just physical, it was a betrayal of the trust and safety she once knew. She tried to forgive, convincing herself it was a one-time mistake. But it happened again. And again. That's when Lisa realized that real love doesn't hurt and that she had to leave. Not all abuse is as overt. Emotional abuse hides in the shadows, manifesting through toxic words, subtle control, and degrading behaviors. Think about Jack, who endured daily ridicule from his partner. "You'll never be anything," she would sneer. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just heat-of-the-moment remarks. But over time, Jack began to doubt himself. His confidence faded, and he felt trapped in an invisible cage. Emotional wounds don't leave scars on the body, but they cut deep into the soul. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true strength comes from safeguarding our inner peace. No one has the right to diminish your worth. Walking away from an abusive relationship isn't weakness, it's an act of profound courage. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Walking away from abuse is stepping out of the storm and into the refuge you deserve. Leaving an abusive relationship, whether physical or emotional, may be one of the hardest decisions to make, but it is also the first step toward reclaiming your freedom and dignity. It's a statement that you refuse to accept anything less than respect and true love. Remember, a beautiful future cannot be built on a foundation of pain and abuse. Choose to safeguard your heart, your body, and your mind. You deserve love, care, and respect. Step out of the storm, and you'll find the light waiting on the other side. Public humiliation. Love is a powerful force, uplifting, empowering, and inspiring. It is a bond built on mutual respect and care, a relationship where both individuals feel valued and cherished. But when a partner humiliates you in public, that bond is broken. Public humiliation isn't just a moment of disrespect, it's a deep wound to your dignity, a betrayal that no apology can easily fix. Imagine being at a gathering, enjoying the company of friends, when suddenly the person you trust most makes a cruel remark about you in front of everyone. The room goes silent, all eyes turn to you, and in that moment, shame and pain wash over you completely. A loving partner lifts you up, shows you respect, and stands by your side, especially in public. But when they choose to belittle you instead, it's not love, it's control. It's not care, it's disregard. These actions shatter trust and plant seeds of deep self-doubt, making you question your own worth. If the person who loves me doesn't respect me, then what does that say about me? Public humiliation is a quiet poison that slowly destroys your self-esteem and robs you of happiness. Its effects are long-lasting, leaving deep emotional wounds that stay with you long after it happens. Imagine a flower wilting under intense heat, not due to its weakness, but because it's been placed in an environment it can't survive. Public humiliation does the same thing. It slowly erodes your sense of self-worth and drains your emotional energy. This behavior doesn't just hurt you, it also stains how others perceive your relationship. Friends and family begin to question your partner's respect for you, and this unease spreads, damaging the relationships around you. Stoic philosophy reminds us that our dignity doesn't depend on how others treat us, but on how we treat ourselves. A partner who chooses to humiliate you publicly crosses a boundary that forgiveness alone cannot easily restore. Walking away from such a relationship is not a failure, but a powerful act of reclaiming yourself, worth, and values. stand strong, reclaim your power, and remember that true love never makes you feel small. Love is about being uplifted, feeling safe, and being proud of who you are. If your partner chooses to hurt you in public, they're not just disrespecting you, but also the love you share. Don't accept anything less than what you deserve. You deserve a love that lifts you up, not one that pulls you into pain and humiliation. Repeated infidelity. Trust is the cornerstone of love, the unseen bond that connects two hearts, making them beat as one. But when infidelity creeps in, that bond starts to weaken, leaving scars that are tough to heal. A single betrayal can be crushing, but when it repeats, it becomes something far more destructive. A blatant disregard for your worth and the sacred trust you've extended. Picture a pair of wedding rings, symbols of unity and devotion. Now, imagine one of those rings broken. It's a perfect circle, broken. That's what repeated infidelity does to a relationship. It destroys the very promise that love is built on. Each betrayal weakens the foundation, leaving only doubt, hurt, and a deep sense of loss. Infidelity isn't just a physical act, it's about breaking trust, violating intimacy, and crossing unbreakable boundaries. When this happens repeatedly, it sends a clear message: your partner doesn't value the commitment they made or the relationship you share. Imagine a delicate yet beautiful glass vase. The first crack weakens it, but with care, it can still be mended. However, if the vase keeps being dropped, the pieces become too shattered to fix. Repeated infidelity is like dropping that vase over and over, leaving a relationship beyond repair. Love requires effort, respect, and loyalty. A true partner protects your trust as if it's the most precious thing in the world. Repeated infidelity isn't simply a mistake in judgment, it's a conscious decision. It's a choice to put their desires above your feelings. It shows a lack of regret, accountability, and any intention to change. Imagine discovering yet another betrayal, seeing a message or action that symbolizes a broken promise. The pain isn't just in the act, but in realizing that your trust was taken for granted and your forgiveness met with more dishonesty. Each betrayal makes it harder to believe in healing and even harder to see the relationship as something worth saving. Forgiveness is a gift, but it's not limitless. When your forgiveness is met with constant betrayal, it's clear that the issue isn't about mistakes, it's a deep lack of respect for you and your relationship. Walking away from repeated infidelity isn't an act of weakness, it's a declaration of strength. It's a declaration that you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve. You deserve loyalty from a partner who values your trust and protects it as a core part of their love for you. Love cannot grow in the darkness of betrayal. If your partner keeps breaking your trust, they're revealing their true character. Believe in what they've shown you and choose to put yourself first. You deserve a love that is loyal, truthful, and steadfast. A love that reflects your own commitment. Anything less isn't love at all. Gaslighting. Relationships are meant to be sanctuaries built on respect, honesty, and understanding. Healthy relationships should be sanctuaries built on respect, honesty, and understanding, foundations that allow two people to grow together. But when gaslighting creeps into a relationship, those foundations begin to fall apart. Gaslighting isn't a mistake or a misunderstanding, it's manipulation at its core, aimed at making you question your reality and, eventually, your own worth. Imagine holding a lantern to light your path, its steady glow illuminating the way forward. Now imagine someone intentionally dimming that light while insisting it's just as bright as before. Over time, you start to doubt your own perception, wondering if the darkness you feel is even real. This is the subtle effect of gaslighting. It slowly erodes your clarity, causing you to doubt your thoughts, memories, and sense of self. Gaslighting isn't accidental, it's a deliberate act. A manipulative partner distorts your words, denies events you clearly recall, and plants seeds of doubt in your mind. These subtle manipulations build up over time, forming a fog that clouds your confidence and distorts your view of reality. It's like staring into a distorted mirror, where you no longer recognize yourself. Imagine someone consistently dismissing your feelings, making you believe you're wrong for expressing them. For example, you share your hurt after a heated argument, only to be met with comments like "you're too sensitive" or "I never said that." You're remembering it wrong. At first, you defend your truth, but over time you begin to question whether your recollection is accurate. This is how gaslighting separates you from your sense of self, leaving you dependent on someone else's version of reality. Gaslighting doesn't just weaken your confidence, it isolates you. It makes you hesitate to speak out, question yourself, and stay silent even when you know you're right. But the most important truth is this: your inner light has never disappeared. It's only been hidden by someone else's manipulations. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of clarity and truth. It reminds us that your reality is valid, and your voice deserves to be heard. Recognizing gaslighting as a form of control, not love, is the first step in regaining your power. Love doesn't make you question yourself, it empowers you. Leaving a gaslighting partner isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of courage. It's a declaration that your truth matters, that your voice deserves to be heard, and that your reality is valid. You deserve a relationship built on honesty and respect, where your light is celebrated, not dimmed. Believe in your clarity, stand firm in your truth, and never let anyone take that away from you. Your reality is yours, and your strength is yours to reclaim. Controlling behavior. Your reality belongs to you, and your strength is yours to take back from controlling behavior. Love is meant to be a partnership, not a prison. It's a bond that nurtures freedom, individuality, and mutual respect. When controlling behavior infiltrates a relationship, it weakens these fundamental pillars. Instead of fostering trust, it imposes restrictions. Instead of providing support, it enforces dominance. This isn't love, it's a red flag you cannot overlook. Imagine standing before a vast forest, free to explore, with every step guided by your own choices. Now picture someone blocking your path, insisting you take the route they choose. At first, it may appear as care, but eventually, it becomes clear that you're no longer in control of your own path. This is the core of controlling behavior, a force that strips you of your autonomy. Control doesn't always show itself as it truly is. Sometimes, it disguises itself as concern. "I just want what's best for you," they might say. Or, "Trust me, this is for your own good." But the truth is, it's limiting. A controlling partner may decide who you can talk to, what you can do, or question every choice you make. They isolate you from friends and family, chipping away at your sense of self. Imagine a candle glowing brightly in the dark. Its flame symbolizes hope and strength, but if someone continually snuffs it out, you might hesitate to relight it. Controlling behavior operates the same way, draining your spirit and causing you to question your value. Instead of feeling loved and supported, you feel monitored and confined. In a healthy relationship, love lifts you higher. It doesn't hold you back. It encourages your growth, respects your dreams, passions, and individuality. Controlling behavior, however, is like a cage. It may seem to offer structure, but in truth, it stifles your growth and potential. A young sapling needs sunlight and rich soil to flourish, not a small pot that confines its roots. If you find yourself trapped in a relationship where your choices are no longer your own, take a step back and ask, is this love or is it control? Remember, love should never feel like a cage. It should be an open sky, giving you the freedom to soar. A partner who truly loves you would never stand in your way. They would walk beside you, offering encouragement and support as you strive to become the best version of yourself. Lack of accountability. Growth in any relationship begins with a simple truth. We all make mistakes. What defines a strong relationship isn't the lack of flaws, but the ability to recognize them, take responsibility, and learn from them. When a partner refuses to be accountable, they aren't just avoiding responsibility, they are showing a reluctance to grow and invest in the relationship. Imagine a beautiful home with a leaky roof after a storm. Instead of fixing it, the homeowner ignores the issue, saying, "It's not my fault, it's just the weather." Over time, the water seeps into every corner, weakening the structure until the whole house falls apart. Relationships work the same way. When a partner refuses to take responsibility, small yet harmful cracks appear, slowly eroding the foundation of trust and respect. Picture a disagreement with your partner. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry, that was my fault," they respond with, "That's not my problem, you're just too sensitive." These words don't just invalidate your feelings, they ignore the consequences of their actions on the relationship. Every time this occurs, trust fades, respect diminishes, and the once strong bond starts to crumble. Accountability goes beyond admitting mistakes, it's a sign of respect. It shows that this relationship matters, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. A partner who refuses to take responsibility isn't just denying their mistakes, they're rejecting the value of the relationship and the respect you deserve. This creates a cycle of blame and neglect, suffocating growth and fueling resentment. Imagine a mirror with cracks distorting the reflection. Each refusal to take responsibility is another blow to the glass, making it harder to see a clear image of the relationship. Without accountability, misunderstandings multiply, resentment festers, and the connection that once thrived begins to crumble. Taking responsibility is an act of care, it says. I care about this relationship enough to own my mistakes and work toward making things right. A partner who avoids accountability denies you the respect and acknowledgement you deserve. Love demands humility, the ability to set aside ego and pride, to reflect and ask, "How can I improve?" Without this, growth is impossible. A partner who avoids accountability stays stuck in a cycle of blame and deflection, preventing the relationship from progressing. Picture a roadblock on a winding path. The journey ahead is full of potential, but without clearing the obstacle, progress cannot be made. Accountability removes the obstacles, making room for growth, healing, and a stronger connection. Without it, the journey halts, leaving both partners stagnant. Walking away from someone who won't take accountability isn't a defeat, it's a victory for self-respect. It's a statement that you deserve a partner who values growth, someone who views mistakes as lessons to learn from, not as excuses to avoid change. Growth arises from owning mistakes and taking responsibility for both actions and their consequences. A partner who evades accountability doesn't only hinder the present, they undermine the future. Choose a partner who's ready to grow with you, someone who values the relationship enough to admit their mistakes. That's the foundation of true love, the kind you truly deserve. Choose yourself always. Life is a journey, and the relationships you build along the way should lift you up, empower you, and help you grow. At its core, love isn't about endurance. It's meant to be a sanctuary, where trust, respect, and kindness flourish. When those principles are broken, it's not a time to compromise. It's a moment to ask yourself the most important question: will I choose myself, or will I choose to endure the pain? Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, the vast sky of opportunities stretching before you. Behind you is a path filled with hurt, disrespect, and broken promises. What will you do? Will you turn back to face the pain or step forward into freedom? Trust me, moving forward will always bring peace to your heart. You deserve a relationship that values your worth, one grounded in mutual respect and trust. If your relationship makes you feel small, unworthy, or overlooked, it's not love, it's a shadow of what love should truly be. A partner who crosses your boundaries, disrespects your dignity, or dismisses your happiness is not honoring the relationship you deserve. Now imagine yourself walking away, shedding the weight of the past. Each step feels lighter as the toxic chains fall away. Suddenly, you stand in the warmth of the sun, smiling, ready to embrace a new chapter of your life. This isn't giving up, it's rising above, it's choosing yourself. This isn't about forgetting, it's about learning. It's about realizing that your worth isn't defined by someone else's actions, but by your courage to stand up for what you deserve. Every step forward reaffirms your strength, self-respect, and belief in a brighter future. Love isn't meant to break you, it's meant to build you. A healthy relationship doesn't ask you to shrink, it encourages you to grow. It doesn't make you question your worth, it celebrates it. If your partner isn't bringing that energy, walking away isn't a loss, it's a victory for your soul. Picture this, you standing in the sunlight, smiling, achieving your goals and enjoying your own company. You've left behind what no longer serves you and embraced a new chapter of self-love and empowerment. This is the life you can build when you prioritize yourself over relationships that bring you down. You deserve a love that lifts you up, respect that never falters, and a connection that nurtures your soul. If someone crosses the lines of trust, kindness, or care, it's time to make the hardest but most important choice: to walk away. Never settle for anything less than what you're worth. Your life is too precious, your happiness too valuable, and your future too bright to be dimmed by anything less than the love you truly deserve. Choose yourself always, the best is yet to come. If you resonate with anything in this video, drop a comment below saying "I choose myself," and remember, you deserve better always.